非常大的影响。你可以看到他们现在表情非常凝重。
现在等一下，待会是一个再度的攻守交换了，日本队伍。 哇，这样是有点可惜了。我们来看一下接下来的一个发展的局势。哎，这是 replay， 我没有 replay 可以看。
对，这个是 IQ 在窗边这一波直接把 JJ 给收掉，所以这就是日本队我觉得这次的败因，就是 JJ 他们的 MVP， 然后 Smoke 这种拖延脚，第一时间内阵亡，那这个就真的很可惜。
他的位置其实是瞬间被抓到了。
对，不然你可以看到，其实这两队。 在枪上面，我很讶异，其实实力旗鼓相当。那接下来就是比较偏战术跟配合了。对。
这边的进攻，我觉得是防守方第二支有点可惜，第二支可以跟第一支来做一个搭配，不过再度来到攻守交换。这一把 Rogue 的防守点位是选择在地下室，
对，这个是比较正常的
正常开局，正常开局。那一样是会带一个女友神话基里来到了这张地图，一样是依然强势，没有什么太大的问题。然后 Mira 在厕所的位置，兵家必争之地。 这一块架出了这个暗镜之后，来做一个区域型的防守。
对，这边可以有效的卡住一楼大厅，然后因为这个地下室的点，他们现在在的这个钢琴间，对某些角色来说，这是非常致命的地方。如果你对防守方，你防守方你这个地方没卡住，你在守点内对方装包后，你没办法去阻止对方。
只是现在他们其实看得出来。 Rogue 在防守一楼位的部分呢，是下足了重本哦，尤其是厕所位的部分，在厕所的正前方，多放了一个眼睛暗眼已经出手了，然后厕所位的部分也已经下了墙，刚刚好像还没看到镜子，不过应该会下，理论上会下。对，
那这边出 IQ 主要是因为在这种等级的赛事中 ，New 神的那个暗眼，
给予的情报很恐怖、哦。
对他的这种情报。
哎，这边就倒了。
我们的 Capital 这边在外面，然后就直接先被对倒了。
Capital 率先倒地。这样子的话，对于后续的处理部分是来到了4v5，只是他本身这个倒位应该是赌说，我想说这支角色出场其实打地下室真的也是有程度的优势，不过没关系。
那个什么 Capital 它的这一局的功用主要是先把一楼控制住以后，然后我可以用烧的把那些地下室某些可能 Mira 卡的点直接烧出来。
兵还在哦，然后爆破兵死了一只，还可以接受，因为现在爆破跟所谓的这个干扰型的角色依然都存在，都还活在场上，因为他们是一个2-2-1的一个分局。
他们这边双烧阵容先倒了一个
闪光弹出手。
AR 是站在一个车子上面，然后想要去。
哇 ，IQ 这个好白哦，白到不行，他被闪的不要，连 OB 都不想看他了。
对，不要看他。Wild choice，
这样子决哇，这边抓到了一个机会，直接做扫射点掉，
最后一枪直接打在 Mira 脸上，这边厕所成功抢下。那很可惜 Capital 死了，不然他们现在可以做很多事情。
可是他是在厕所位的部分，其实就已经情报已经探了出来了。
这边 IQ。 野狼联合这一波进攻有带到对方 Mira， 但是真正致命的角色现在还在场上。
IQ 有意图抓到说对方的 Valkyrie 有可能会往前做渗透跟挤压，他有回头看了一下，对，他有，这还在绕，
但有时候就是时间差了。那好
40秒的时间，
有看到了，他透过对方的那个暗镜看到，那这边知道这一层还有敌人，
哇，直接射击漂亮，哇，打得很出色哎。
野狼联合这一波 IQ 的沃卡这边成功的直接控制对方下来，直接把 Fendi 收掉，最后剩下 A 拉一个，知道情报出来的
打一个局是漂亮，直接爆球 headshot， 哇，这一把 Nora 的 IQ 玩家打得太溜了，
对他一个人就杀了对方4个，沃卡
他今天的表现还蛮稳定的，因为他刚刚真的是 carry， 完全没有问题，首先是。 占据到了厕所这一个防守方极为有优势的一个地形，再往地下室打。对，打完了之后，再透过对方的暗镜的位置抓到对方要上来渗透的瓦尔基里之后，哇，直接冲下去再 rush 到对方2只，哇，这边太溜了。
那个瓦尔基里绝对是哭哦，这被自己的队友暗镜给弄到，
这个 IQ 直接救全场。是，这其实很难得哎。理论上来讲，一个 IQ 我们在前期他把东西都排除掉了之后呢，他接下来
他就是枪靶子。对，
就是一个新进干员，搞不好。 对，大概是这种感觉哦。我们来看一下重播。
IQ 枪还算不错了，你可以看到这边沃卡这一波直接把 Newson 打掉。然后他刚刚这一波竟然是他先强攻厕所，然后把1楼打地下室的那个 Mira 弄掉之后， 收了女武神，然后又把 Bendy 弄死，最后他直接把 Ella 头喷掉，所以他杀了4个人。
对，1v4的一个好成绩。这一块是抓到了 Rogue 防守上面出现的一个程度的一个小疏忽吧，因为为什么防守方的厕所位会这么容易被抓掉？蛮诡异的。
应该说他在一开始的时候虽然对掉了 Capital 跟 Hibana， 但是厕所点第一个他没掌握住，然后被迫撤退到楼下。
是。
那他下去以后 ，IQ 这边就拿到优势。
我在想，是因为防守方刚刚为了要抓外围的2名成员，他们其实是把人数给散了出去，导致厕所位这一边的压力变小了，对方直接渗透。
但厕所可能变单打。那单打的话，我情况不对。第一个
deployable shield should be quickly taken care of here by Eclipse, assuming he doesn't get peeked. At the same time, looks like Moro could go for that though.
Yep, he's just going to be staying in the bathroom. Just going to contest anybody that tries to go through him. This is why you bring the buck, of course, because you just want to open the floorboards. Now, Waka sitting up for the C4. Unfortunately, his opponent is all the way up, even though he can hear. Now, another part of opening up the floorboards is that sound will propagate through it much better than if it's obviously closed, because well, the game is that advanced. And that's why you want to have certain tactical holes to hear where your opponents are running above just to get the C4s.
Absolutely. Now they are, Waka again guarding his teammate here. We saw how important last time he was in helping out with that. They are starting to open the wall though, and there's going to be pressure coming out here. It's going to be on Waka to make sure that crossfires are here so that his teammate can stay alive, because obviously Muro has limited room to rotate, and they could take down that deployable shield at any moment, but they're waiting. Smoke grenade as well could be used here to breach into that. Eclipse is holding off, just waiting. Now Waka just got to time it just right in flanking this. Fortunately, he's not ready for it in that hole. I've actually stopped. Nope. They're going to be able to pressure in here.
They've opened the hatch for him to rotate around if need be, so the grenade is going to get thrown in just in case he moved away. But Maria's ready for him. He gets, well, no, that's the help from Crazy. And JJ will get the second one. They're using the C4 holes from below to get damage done on Brian. Unfortunately, he just runs away here, as now the Buck and the Jackal have been taken out and, well, easily taken a bit of damage as well. He's going to have to fall back, and really, Norengu are completely shutting them now.
That push over the bathroom just did not work out like they hoped. They are starting to at least put some pressure downstairs, but it's cost them so much upstairs, losing Eclipse and Slash, and then so much damage, and easily with 34 seconds left, this is not working out.
JJ, what a shot! He takes down one, and then Papillon for the second one. Now it's Shuttle, last man alive. He's been doing so much work for the team, even in these first couple of rounds. And he'll miss, well, there we go, finally getting his reticle on Waka, taking him out, but at what cost? So much damage done as Mario will finish him off with a straight headshot with his 416. Norengu take the advantage 2-1.
This is really proving to be a struggle. It seems like Rogue are not used to some of the meta plays. For example, the way they were playing around that bathroom with that hole there, it just completely caught them off guard. You saw how long they were pressuring the actual doorway, trying to figure out how to attack it, taking out the deployable shield once they were ready to, but they just they gave away so much time and positioning to the other team when they were doing that, standing in front of that doorway forever. It gave them all the opportunity in the world to counter it, and they absolutely did. Norengu playing their strategy to a T is just completely catching them off guard, and then leaving Shuttle at the end to try and pick things up. Worked one round, but not that one.
To give a bit of credit to our ex-champions with NC Sports, they pretty much brought this strategy back for this season. They were fighting for the relegation spot in their seeding, and they played that bathroom hold, and it was a great part of their defense because it is so difficult to counter anybody there. Yeah, there you go. That's why you open those holes. Everything is premeditated. Everything is calculated down to a T, and what a shot from JJ.
Wow. Yeah, these are a lot of the kills that we missed before, and so many good plays by Norengu. They are playing for their lives, and it is showing absolutely. Now this is only the first map. Of course, we will have at least 2. So even if this one doesn't work out for Rogue, they have a second chance on the next map, because the next 2 maps favor Rogue. I would say just based off of what we've seen, or not seen rather, from Norengu, but this is gonna be struggle. Waka there with 6, Crazy with 4.
We might as well call him Waka Flocka Flame at this point. This is
that might be a little too long to fit on the screen. We'll go with Waka for short. But now they are going to be setting up for Garage again here on Rogue. They are going to be bringing the Mute, so we'll see if that helps out from Eclipse.
Shuttle trying, you see him like skirting up on the ground is pretty much to try and get the kill on the drone that's moving through the drone hull. It's just setting up, opening up the windows so they can shoot through without having the first couple bullets to penetrate through the window and then try to go for a shot. You know, every single thing in the setup is so important because split second, one shot, you're down, you're dead.
Absolutely, and this is a map that definitely allows a lot of rotation as well. So we'll see. we're gonna see the same lineup from Norengo. No Thatcher being brought, as they know, even though it's Garage, they were able to attack it pretty well last time.
And the Supernova is going to be brought again by the Habana.
That should be fun. See some good work from that last time. It looks like he's going with the same strategy as well, going to open up that wall. Droning it first, though, so he doesn't get shot in the side while he's trying to do that. But this is a smart play from him. It seemed to work out pretty well for them previously. I imagine they're going to be a little more prepared for it on Rogue side this time, though.
Now, usually, you're not a big fan of having laser sight because people can see you, but because you're using a shotgun, it tightens up your spray, and so you are able to get a bit better.
It's going to do better for the wall destruction because of that tightened up. So it is a smart play on there, but Eclipse is going to be ready for it this time, potentially.
I wonder where they set up the mirror window. I think it's right in front of him as well to watch anybody coming in from the lobby, and that's Papillon possibly just looking through the front door. They got Easily as well to help, so they instantly have information. They'll be able to rotate down. I assume one of the defenders that is all the way down will get in. Oh my God, Slash, what is that?
The angle from below, definitely. They were both trying to counter each other, but Slash was the one on top of it, doing his work from down there, not worried about his windows just yet. And now that's going to put a lot of pressure on them to get in. Now they don't have the Candelas to be able to go for the actual push as heavy. They still have the smoke and fire if Capitao can live longer this time. But so far they have not gotten really anywhere in the map. And as I say that, Waka Falls, who was their big fragger last time.
Yep, and you see Crazy just falling back. He does not want to face the Valkyrie, and this is why a lot of teams are forced to go all the way to the top floor and then work their way down to get to the garage. And this is the strategy that Rogue is trying to exploit, but then easily rotates around just to play the mind games.
Now, all the way over in Visa, which is where the Habana is rotating right now, could completely get caught off guard. He's obviously going to have to give away. He's pushed. Unfortunately, the missed shots there, but Easily is going to do so much pressure. The crossfire, however, beautifully played by Crazy, taking him down. Finally, the first kill this round for Nora.
That's about 50 seconds left. That's one player down, and so much time being wasted, and Eclipse will capitalize. Information. Capitao will go down. Now, JJ and Mario's last two alive. Mario, of course, only has the Bearing 9, but that is pretty much a second-hand assault rifle. And there you go, takes down Slash. Mario with a second kill as well as he flicks around for the second one. Brian done as well from JJ. Shuttle last man alive as he goes in, drops one of them on the floor. Reloads the MP7, so has to face the other one.
Oh, diffuser's down.
Now the Habana trying to play around the garage. Trying to get the information, but I don't think they have a drone in here. Shuttle goes in. They try to go for the set, but no, here's ready for him. And yet again, Norengo, the individual skill, will win out here in this 1v1. It's just from the side. He'll play that wall to his advantage. Of course, with so little time remaining, it was all about the frag or going for a last-second plant. Well, that would have been an advantage for the Bandit. Worked out for Norengo.
Yeah, it seemed like Shuttle was a little hungry to try and play that a little too much. He obviously could have played back behind the white van and played it back a little bit more, but I think he was afraid that they were going to go for a plant inside the cafeteria and he wouldn't be able to hear it from the other side of the white van, as obviously they weren't going to plant over there because there's no reason to. A nice play with the flashbang, though. Good mind games at the end. It just seems like when they're put in the corner, Norengo seemed to be able to come out of it, fragging heavy, like individual plays, like you said. Obviously, we lost Waka a little bit early that time, but then Mero showed up heavy, and JJ as well. So bringing it to 3-1 advantage here. It's just the nice plays back and forth through the garage floor have been a big factor here, but then also from above with Easily.
These angles just perfectly exploited by Norengo against our punch. We'll remind you again that we have new timeout rule sets basically for our offline final events, which means that teams can call for a timeout 1 minute per team, of course once per map, and they can use that to their advantage to talk to their coach to get ready to see what's going wrong and then set up and go back again into the game. And that's one of the best things about it.
And that's the only time during a map that they can talk to the coach as well. And this, as they discussed earlier in the analyst desk, the coaches have become very important in this game, especially well-known coaches like Ranger, BKN, and Shaz, who have a lot of work that they've done for their teams. They are prepared for this. And with a team down like Rogue is right now, this is the time to start rethinking things, and they definitely will be rethinking things, as we'll see our first Lion come out here from Shuttle. So they definitely are, I wouldn't say desperate, but they're definitely starting to bring out the bag of tricks here.
When Rogue starts to play Lion, you know they want to bring, because they're famously the team that really just said, we don't really need to play him.
No, we'll play him, but we don't need to.
Yeah, we'll remind you as well that Lion has had a change during our wait between the online season and our offline finals. You only now have 2 charges instead of the 3. There's a longer cooldown from 10 to 20 seconds now between using 2 charges. So this makes him a lot more reliant on communication with the team if you want to go for a plant. You can just like not do what you did before, which is spam all 3 in a row and try to go for a quick plant.
And they're going to need it because we're seeing now this first play of the top floor bomb site on console meeting, and they're going to be bringing Castle, and that's going to make it a lot harder to tell where people are playing at. So that line's going to be a nice extra factor in determining who's playing behind those castle barricades. Obviously no glass to be able to shoot through those, but Rogue's bringing their first cap tower as well, deciding that is going to be useful. I imagine they were predicting this bomb site. It can be very useful for EC. Easily over here on this window can use those fire arrows to be able to get people out of the corner, which is I imagine what he's going to be there for. He also has the Claymore to help make sure there's no jump outs on him as he's going to be repelling. Unfortunately the drone gets shot, but he gets some idea where he's playing at. And so he's going to be set up to clear the corners, and that is his job as the rest of his team gets in position to potentially take from below, it looks like even, which is a little bit riskier. I imagine they might want to push in from admin as well, but no one pushing those windows just yet despite them being open.
The one thing from Norengo is that they are not bringing a Legion to completely control the yellow stairs and even give them some sort of alarm if there is a push from admin. And there you go, kill number 1. That's Slash being taken out of the equation. The IQ, as he was just going for his standard, I'm just going to take out the Valkyrie cams. Well, boom, straight to the face.
So risky to be near that door. That area has so many angles from that hatch that you see is Eclipse trying to fight right now. For the reason, and then Smoke countered by Smoke, essentially there. Capitao not going to be able to get the angles he wants thanks to some good play by JJ. That is one Smoke cancer out, but a minute 30 left.
There's definitely an advantage here for
其实我2个直播都可以，就2个频道都可以看的，日本、英文跟中文都 OK。可我比较喜欢英文，因为英文的播报比较及时。
The consulate chambers easily will have to get back on his position on the window. Unfortunately, they don't have a Blackbeard to set up there and just be a big anchor, basically, that just protects them as they come in. But easily, we'll get a first kill here, and that's the Mira removed. So throwing in a C4 to try and make a plan a bit more difficult, that's out of the equation now.
I think we have yet to see the line pop off as well. Probably going to be used more for the push here during the last 45 or 30 seconds. But then that leaves a large gap before you can use it again to cover the plant if you can get the plant down. So far, only 1 plant, I believe, has gone down in all 4 rounds. So see, ooh, this is nice. There we go!
Oh, no! Waka will just run in from below, get the kill on Eclipse. And he loses the buck. And unfortunately here, this is 40 seconds left for Rogue to come in as Brian will try to play on the window. I personally love a push from admin instead of a push from other side to come into the consulate chamber because it's a lot safer for you. You don't have to worry about being flanked all the time from the yellow stairs. Well, finally.
Yeah, easily going to do that, but too little too late as the line pops off, but Moreau pops off easily.
Oh my god, Waka yet again. What is happening here to Rogue? Spot the Jaeger on the side. There's only 1 man down for Norengo. Shuttle. E1D won't save you now, Lion. And well, he's gonna go down. It's less of a roar, more of a meow.
But either way, just as unfortunately ineffective in that end of the round. So tough spot for him. It is now match point.
Norengo at least spotted there on the Valkyrie. We're running the old excellence charm, actually.
That's nice of them.
That's for Foxe.
It was for Foxe.
It was for Foxe, yes. We have to give him something.
Well, speaking of giving something, 3 rounds lost for Rogue behind. Match point on their first map on what should have been such a strong start for them. I got a question picking this map then, unless they're just not warmed up yet. This is, you think of all the teams too, the jet lag would be affecting Norengo the most, as opposed to Rogue, which are already North America, were maybe, what, 2 time zones over at most. So this is not a great start. We're used to teams maybe taking 2 rounds to warm up, but this many rounds is not looking good for Rogue, who,
what are these angles?
This is a map where you can just repel such weird angles.
This is the thing though, the amount of close calls, like the shot is perfectly calculated to hit 1 player. And the problem is there at the end is that Rogue didn't have enough manpower to push through admin, and that's the thing. If you don't have the manpower, you're gonna get flanked all the time. That's why you start off with 5 just coming into admin.
It's absolutely Norengo though, playing their communication to a T. They are flanking for each other, they are cross-firing for each other, and it's so paying off. 1 to 3, what? Murrow, 7. They are just dominating in terms of the kills. I mean, Cloud has 0, but he doesn't need any at this point. The rest of his team...
He's on Cloud 9 at this point.
It's just looking so good. Now, Rogue gonna try the garage yet again. This time, no mute. So we'll see. I mean, I guess it didn't work for them last time, but this is their last chance, potentially, to play this here. If they can't win this, they're going to map number 2.
Most people were expecting a 4-1 in the reverse.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Norenga were giving Rogue a run for their money here.
Absolutely. I mean, I think there's a very good chance at this point that we see a map 3, but map 1 should not be over this fast. Rogue really need to pick it back up.
We'll remind you that map 2 will be Coastline, and the third one, if we need to go for it, will be Bank. We're not done just yet.
Nope, not by
5 rounds.
吃咸酥鸡
what you gotta
最不
have
好一点就
on
是
the
搞
board
那
there
个
if you
甜
want
味咸酥鸡的
to
味
get
道
the。win. W on the first map.
Unfortunately, all these cameras here for Beasley always getting spotted as both teams are bringing the IQ. It's not really working out for them super well. We haven't seen Cloud really work out with his Ying plays as well from the Candelas. It's just never getting into that position before dying. But the rest of his team doing a good enough job he never needs to. Or at least droning. Hopefully they don't try and enter with that.
这家三重超有名的蚵仔煎，在那个三合
They know
夜
that
市
they're
里
gonna have
面
to。fight over this bathroom. Has been pretty
这
much
家很
every
棒，好
round
吃。
that bathroom being a problem for teams, but they've been fighting it very effectively. And Eclipse is gonna try and use those Grismont mines yet again to try and stun them, get some idea when they're pushing. But he doesn't have a teammate up there with him right now to be able to help with that. Last time we saw Easily helping quite a bit, just like Waka did. He needs that extra flank.
There you go. They're going to spot the mines that are already set up on the wall. And of course, Ella, she's got a CZ. She basically has the firepower of around 3 operators.
Oh, and Eclipse drops out, gives up the bathroom. Rather than give up his life, which is a smart play, because now they're going to waste a Candela thinking he's still in there because it's not safe to try and waste another drone going in there. But no, he's going to do some droning upstairs. Smart play, just to make sure.
I think they heard the drop there.
Yeah, they want to make sure that no one's going to drop in from the console office as well into the piano room and go for a flank on them, as that is a quick way to get a flank. Candelas come out, they clear the room, and now they're going to know that the drop happened, but they cost them 2 Candelas to do it. Not that Cloud was getting any use out of them earlier, so might as well.
And we'll see if somebody's contesting from below. That's what Cloud is looking for here. Just fall back for a second. He does have breaching charges. He can use that to open up the floorboards without needing to use anything else because, well, the frag grenades are already lost for Waka. Can't throw them in. They can use things for their advantage. And you see the thermite, since they can use the thermite here, but they need to take down these bandit batteries. Unfortunately, the angle is just not set up correctly.
He's waiting for it. Poor JJ left the drone instead because those batteries aren't getting taken down. He sees all 3 of them. Finally, the middle one taken down and the left. Okay, there we go. JJ's going to be able to open up the garage door now. So now the push is going to start. 40 seconds left, though. They've got to put a lot of pressure on because now Eclipse and look like Easily are both rotating up. This is going to be a nice flank, possibly on Waka on piano.
Have to rotate all the way around, but Mario yet again, the bearing 9. Favorite weapon here, Brian, will go down, and that is the smoke. You've seen how important the smoke has been to reduce the effectiveness of quick rushes to go for a plant. It'll buy you more time, and when you're at that 15-second mark, it's even worse here. We'll spot in the thermite, take him down. Unfortunately, gets burned alive here as Waka comes in from the back. Eclipse will get the frag on Mario at least, turning it to a 3v3, but 2 seconds left on the clock. They can't stick the plant, and Rogue will take the round.
That was a close round.
Nailed by
absolutely came down to those flanks there towards the end. It was smart of Eclipse to bail out of the bathroom and then come back for a flank later. Take advantage of his 3 speed and the extra intel he gets from Grismont lines. Also the slow plays by the IQ player trying to shoot through the
我家就住在三合夜市，走路大概5分钟的地方。
Well played. Unfortunate for Norenga, but still on match
吃
point, still could easily move this to map 2.
可我家这边没有，我家这边是早餐店超，我家门口这条巷子早餐店超多的。可是如果要这个时间要吃东西的话，还是要跑到三合夜市附近。
Rogue, we'll see how their setup works out in this next round. Round number 7 will kick off, and well, for the first time here, we're gonna see possibly a Zofia.
Nope. There we go.
Operator selection is definitely going to be.
And our first factor as well. They definitely want to make this a lot easier of a push on Garage. That means they're going to open up a Garage and have Glaz play the long angles, which is a great way to pressure them, especially if you can get the mirror windows open or get a soft wall next to it where you can open that up. Because you can just, if they don't reinforce that cafeteria wall, you can open up a good half of it with just Glaz alone.
Rogue with the King George tribute, bringing out the Glaz here.
Slash is going to be bringing out Ying as well. So this is the first time for Rogue.
Now, of course, Ying does not have smokes anymore.
Nope,
so
that's where Glaz is going to be useful.
And well, they can use the Capitao smoke bolts as well, so that's a bit of a combo to work with. it still forces you to be a bit more careful with how you set up the glass. And, you know, the long angles haven't contested before and won by a mirror against the glass. So you're definitely not safe.
You have to worry about the windows upstairs. If you don't control the top floor, they can peek out of the console office and take down a glass, trying to hide behind the car. So it is not perfect, but it is definitely an effective strategy if you can control enough of the map, which I imagine Rogue, they are concerned about the spawn peaks though, because you never know with a team like Norengo that might try and take their advantage and go for a cheeky spawn peak.
No, won't be the case here. Well, Waka trying to play the mind games, and it's definitely so far working against Rogue, just putting them a bit on edge.
They are wanting to open this up ASAP, and that's where the Thatcher comes in, so they can do that as quickly as possible. No Bandit, actually, just a mute, so that's even easier. No tricking going to happen. They can just clear it with Thatcher and open it. However, this Jaeger could be a problem, although they may just leave him completely alone and let him drop down when it's too late and Glass has an angle anyways. Thatcher going to do the mute jammer, and now it's getting open. This is a nice start, though, with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left.
Nobody's going to get killed here through the thermite charge. As Vitality are not playing, that's for sure. And they'll open up the second side. Crossbow bolt's going to be thrown in right on the mirror windows to limit the information, but JJ with the first C4 and Slash gets the kill on Waka with his Claymore. Easily, though, will refrag again, putting 2 for the advantage here, and the quick plant from Rogue will happen. Because now they're going to set up, and Norengo, they have to fight back as Cloud will get the kill, and taking down Shuttle. No more Thermite to play with. They do need Eclipse alive because he has the advantage in the long range, and there you go, makes it happen. Cloud is going to go down. Brian again on Crazy, leaves only one alive, and easily will land the last one. Rogue are fighting back.
And that's the strategy they should have been using earlier on. No team was willing to bring Thatcher and just go for a quicker push on Garage like that. Everyone wanted to fight the piano first. And the crowd with the comeback.
Yeah, there you go. That's what the crowd wants. And you know what? It's game 1, map 1, and we're 1 round away from a possible overtime between Rogue and Norengo. And you know what? This is Norengo that's forcing it.
Yeah.
It's so exciting here, even in the first match.
It's definitely looking like, even when you have a great strategy execution there from Rogue, it's still being pushed back so hard by Norengo. They are just not going to give up an inch. We're even seeing our first lesion here. They are going to be playing it's going to be all about that bathroom again. And then Shuttle going to be on pulse. Everything getting changed up here. It seems like that timeout helped in terms of Ranger calling stuff out. Some great plays.
This is what Rogue basically just set up the glass and the Thermite 2. Oh my god, what a shot. But the whole thing was about go for the plant, cut off rotations.
Absolutely.
And that's it. You can rotate from above, but there's a glass also that's waiting. There's a Thermite that's waiting just in case you want to rotate through from piano down into yellow stairs. Good luck moving through there when you got these players waiting.
Easily. And Shuttle definitely showing up for the team. No zeros on the team, but they are definitely struggling a little bit with Slash and Brian. However, Norengo are going to bring their first Thatcher, so that will definitely help, although I think they might have been expecting to fight Garage. Although, no, Thermite makes me think maybe it's possible they were not. I hope Legion's Brian will be able to do some good denial, but those Thatcher EMPs could take out quite a few of those if they're expecting. And I imagine, you know, being the attackers, you will get the advantage of potentially knowing all 5 of the defenders and being able to counter that. Obviously, they also have it combined with the IQ, so they will have an idea where those goo mines are being placed by Brian. Now keeping that hatch unreinforced, able to impact it. Nope, he doesn't have any more impacts left. So he may not be able to escape that bathroom if he needs to, as he does not have a way to open the hatch.
He'll have the smoke probably opening from below. And of course, as both of us are Legion mains, it kind of works out perfectly for us.
You get a nice advanced warning so you can bail out if you need to because of that. I mean, we also saw Eclipse do the same thing with his Grismont mines as well. But Shuttle is actually going to play this yellow stairs door very aggressively.
Oh, here we go. He'll get the spot on at least one player below. This Waka here is going to be spotting around. Of course, Waka, because he has his Shutterbug, his IQ device, he can spot the cardiac sensor of Shuttle.
Yeah, the counter play between these two.
There you go. And now he can spot it. Oh, try to get some fire. Oh my god, Shuttle, he's so low on health.
Bail at this point. What? Get away. He could get a reset. There's still 2 minutes left. He could get back to site, get reset, and go back on the roam, as there's plenty of ways to roam around this map. But that was a nice play by Waka. He's just been really showing up for his team. Now we see some rotation into the bathroom to help from Slash. They are starting to pressure here.
Mabana would already open a couple positions there with the Kairos. It's already one of the 3 charges that have been expended. See Brian setting up in the bathroom downstairs.
He's forced to push out a little bit here because of that door being a problem. Peeks out a little. They could have seen that throw, but probably weren't watching that angle. Nope, they definitely would have seen it from Cloud's position there. So they know that's there. Don't know the exact position. Probably not going to be a big problem. But we could see him use those Candelas again to try and force his way into the bathroom. And if that hatch is not open, he's going to get stuck in there blind and shot.
Mario basically showing everybody that when you have a bearing 9, you don't even need anything
Whoa.
else. And easily goes in. 2 kills for Norengu. What is he doing here? He's absolutely dismantling the opposition as Brian runs through the fire and he... Well, there you go. Getting the kill on the diffuser right before it gets planted. Running around to the second angle here. He does not have anybody to help him in this position because there's only one alive. As Eclipse, he sets up all the way the top side even. He's trying to contest the top floor. Papillon will get the spot here. The drone will get destroyed as Brian... He's not going to fall down just yet. He's trying to play the mind game. Just setting up more of these goo mines. Mario runs in. He runs right into a goo mine. Of course, you cannot plant with a mine in. Eclipse rotates down. He gets the kill as well, turning it to a 2v2. Waka is mined. Crazy has to go for the diffuser plant right on the edge. Eclipse will miss the shot here, but Brian will make it happen. Crazy is denied. The last man alive is Roger looking to take it into overtime.
All right. Just not lying down on that at all. Just took him a while to warm up. We saw a lot of change-ups though. Rogue's original strategies, whatever they were doing at first, not working out. Just time and time again. See Ranger there.
The relief.
Pleased. He is so happy with his team bringing it back at this point, bringing it all the way to overtime, and now steamrolling. That means 3 rounds in a row went over to Rogue. That is a lot of pressure on Norengo going into overtime here because now all the bomb sites are unlocked. They can play whatever they want, and they are definitely going to be playing against that. Now, instead of going garage or lobby first, though, Norengo are going to be going to their 3rd bomb site first, despite the ability to go to any bomb site, deciding that one worked out good for them. We'll see if Rogue are prepared for that. Now, usually you don't need a thermite for that site, so probably not prepared for this, but
we're talking about the Legion. He completely shut down the plant 3 times.
Yeah.
And as you saw there,
and you see him literally playing on the edge there of that hatch. Just the mind game. They even saw him throw the Legion mine and didn't use that information. Just unfortunate. Losing the diffuser inside the room there is completely what cost them that round. 100% plus the aggressive play of Brian.
No, they were trying to use the Capital crossbolts to push him back, but unfortunately for them, he just rushed on in and didn't really care about the tiny bit of damage it would have taken anyway.
It was good heads-up play too, playing against. He knew there was someone upstairs, and he waited for the moment where he felt most comfortable pushing that doorway, and did exactly that without needing to overexpose himself most of the time.
All right.
So just well played, but we'll
Map 1, game 1. We're on overtime. It's the comeback from Rogue. We'll remind you, overtime is a tiny best of 3 that we play here. You gotta win 2 out of the 3 rounds, and you'll take the first map.
What's interesting, we haven't seen an actual straight admin push so far. We've seen everyone pushing from that office, the little printer window instead. And I imagine we might see that again this round. They have all this defensive setup for the admin office, and no one to contest it, meaning they just wait till later in the round when they can actually push in there safely once they forced everyone to the other side. It's definitely been working out for them, and I imagine Norengo going to be a little more prepared for it this time. Maybe stick someone in admin to stay there for a late flank if need be.
Just like what they did before, really. They were just waiting around, waiting for Rogue to rotate or to pretty much push themselves into a brick wall, which is, you know, a bit of a suicidal thing to do at that point. But so far, it's just the standard. Let's clear out as many of these cameras with the IQ, set up for the rest, and this time we'll see a push from admin. Makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. If Slash can get in there and check for some footprints as well, he might be able to catch anyone who dipped their toes in there, but I'm not sure if they actually went all the way in or just stuck it to the mirror window that they're going to be playing now inside there. The pretty typical spot to be playing, as you see Waka doing so, trying to contest these windows. Here's the printer push as well for the crossfire. That's probably going to catch him in the back, but no, the timing from Brian is he's more focused on droning for his team right now.
Well, they'll save the drone there, spot Mario and at least force him out of position. Brian trying to contest in. Waka and Mario are in there. And they will smoke out the mirror window to try and push in as Waka's trying to rotate around. Oh my god, he nails the shot right at the last second there. Last bullet in the mag as he misses the C4 throw. Waka now on the floor. They're not sure of where he's at. Well, there you go. Now they spot him. And you know what? You go down. Waka will get one more here. Maybe he's got the golden ticket. Nope. Eclipse is ready for him. and it'll take him out.
Cost him 2 important players though. As
Habana, now you cannot open up the side walls looking into projector because you have to face people from bathroom.
Yeah, no, well, they have thermites. Shuttle can try and open up that wall. But yeah, playing that from long desk is risky. However, they can take complete control of that long angle. He could go for that play still. However, it's going to be up to Eclipse to play some good crossfire onto that projector room.
This is why a lot of teams like to bring their Ying and play here in the same position that Easily is in here. Because you'll have the IQ anyways, you'll throw in a grenade, and then you'll have the Ying that Candelas all the way into the connector chamber, and then from there try to push in for a quick plant. You know, you don't have those smokes anymore, but bringing in the Jackal works out perfectly with this kind of push.
Yeah, unfortunately, Slash is already dead, so those smokes not going to come out. One of them was at least useful on the mirror window earlier, despite not winning it. But there's a nice play by Eclipse, reading into the flank, and then easily take it down Cloud.
3v2 now as JJ has already used one of his, well, all 3 of his cast canisters, actually. He's crazy on his own to fight here. Easily will take him out as he just tries to shut down the rotations. As JJ comes in, he takes half damage, and Eclipse will take him out. Rogue, 1 round away from the comeback.
That was a tough push onto admin. It cost them a lot to get in there, but once they got in there, they played back control for Geo.
Easily for Geo. Of course, we'll have to remind you that Shuttle is replacing Geo in here, as Geo has had visa issues to come in and play from Mexico. And unfortunately, we don't have him here, so brother Geo, phase up just for you.
Well, they sent a different COG player instead. Garage again here. Now Norengo starting to sweat a little bit. They're feeling like, all right, we had such a great lead. What happened? But we're seeing, again, different tactics each time from Rogue, and it's absolutely working. They are reading finally into what Norengo are doing, and it really comes down to good map control, because Norengo are able to flank around and play this map, the openness of this map, to their advantage. You see Waka, especially fighting over windows.
What is that?
It was all down to Eclipse just getting up on the desk before him right there. The timing is the only thing that cost him his life.
And this is easily just trying to cut off the rotations. It's basically, it's that simple. You see the Tomb bomb sites, well, they're open between one another, trying to rotate around, will hold from one or the other. That's why you bring the mirror, especially on this sort of site. Once you cut off the rotation from one site to the other, defense can't really do anything except for contest the player that is doing that job. And most of the time, if you're on that window, unless it's a run out, you're not really going to be able to beat him.
Except for Waka. He's the only one who seems to be able to. But easily, Shuttle and you can see who was below that, but quite a few kills coming out as they come back. Hits his 4th round in a row for Rogue. Now, if they can get a 5th round in a row, we move on to map 2 in Rogue's favor. The hell of a comeback. But we will see Norengo again not bringing a Thatcher on this garage attack. Something that worked out very well for Rogue, was a good idea, especially now that they have a Bandit and not a Mute. So Shuttle will be playing that Bandit again, which he almost clutched with previously. So I think a lot of this ends up depending on Easily and Eclipse playing really good flank angles, as well as doing a good job holding this bathroom for as long as possible. So they've got to dismantle him earlier. I mean, they have those Candelas, they're just not pushing aggressively with them until they give more than enough time for Eclipse to escape.
Now, we haven't really seen the IQ playing with the G8, as we've been seeing quite a bit actually during the online stages. We'll be sticking to the 5.52 here. See, Waka is on Norengo's IQ. As usual, he'll come in and try to take down those Valkyrie cams, of course, that are set up to get information or where our Japanese team will try to come into this building and how they're set up, which operators are where. Because it's not just about having bodies to attack, it's about these specific operators that have these abilities and this utility, and that's why you bring them into this.
And a good majority of these operators are going to set up all of their utility early in the round. That's why you're going to see most of the cameras thrown out, the 2 mirror windows, the batteries set up, a lot of the Grizzbot mines as well. So there's, as I say, that one more getting set up. So even though you know who they are, a lot of their setups are already done, and you don't necessarily know where a lot of it is, except for with Waka's help. So if they could just kill Waka earlier, they could get a little bit of advantage, but Waka's not letting that happen. He's going to be pressured here. However, crazy, already taken down. That is that Capital no longer useful.
Rogue 只要再拿一场，他就赢了。这张地图他就拿下来了。
Mouse against Norengo here, that just have not been able to lay a successful trap against him just yet.
taking advantage of a lot of inside cameras, playing against the fact that they are bringing an IQ every time. Instead of throwing the cameras outside, smart play there by easily just getting a lot of intel inside. Finally, some batteries getting shot this time, but there's so many cross beams you have to worry about because it does become a little bit of a problem to shoot through that floor without a buck.
So real big heckin' hole is going to be opened up by Thermite. That is JJ, of course. Norenguis, they have already taken down the bandit batteries, as you mentioned, Devin. Mario is just looking through here. They're waiting for a possible comeback from Rogue, and this is what they're doing. Oh, three players are upstairs with two remaining anchoring on the site. That's the smoke and the Mira.
That is a pain train just coming into the station. Unfortunately spotted. That is, they're going to be watching for that flank now. However, they're still droning downstairs.
Located by attackers.
We'll have Eclipse here just in case they want to jump in. Well, Norengu want to jump in through the cafeteria. Mario will get the spot and easily somehow still alive with little health. Can use the Supernova to his advantage here just in case they want to get an extra angle, but Mario will come in and try to contest his opponents. Ladies and gentlemen, 24 seconds on the clock, and maybe that'll be their downfall here. As Mario spots, and well, you know what? There's nobody here. They've all rotated away, and they're playing for time. Two kills for Rogue. A third one as well as the double from Slash. Last alive is Mario. He's done quite a bit of damage with that pairing 9, and he'll come in and get 3K. And unfortunately, that is just not enough. Rogue with the comeback from 4-1 in Norengu, they bring it to overtime and get the 2 rounds in a row. Map 1, Consulate, goes the way of our North American team, Rogue.
I did not expect Rogue to have to come back 5 rounds in a row.
This was,
again, not a great map for them, but they certainly adapted, and that is what the best teams do. That timeout was everything for that team. That is where they pivoted all of it. They were down 4-1.
13 kills for Waka, 13 for Mario.
They are definitely on my MVP list for showing up 100% for their team. You saw it just so close to being there. 3K. I think one of those might have already been down as well. Just it was all about, in the end, that flank, the 3-man flank.
There you go. Let's watch this. They drop and he gets into 3K. All lining up perfectly for the Habana.
It was just 100% about burning time at that point. 3 people upstairs. You saw what happened. They weren't getting kills. They were just forcing them to not be able to fight because they had control of the lobby, but all of that control was being contested from above, and they still had to get down to the garage. Opening the garage door didn't do anything for them when they're fighting 2 floors above it.
And that's why every single time we have a site, you always have to take the top floor. And sometimes when it's all the way down in garage, you'll have to go all the way to the top floor and clear that out. Yep, it's all about managing your time and managing your operators just in case you lose one. You have to set up, and that's why a lot of teams like to play, bring in a Zofia, bring in Ash to help them out. But that was map 1. Rogue, bring it back 6-4. Take map 1. Now we set up to go for the second one, Coastline. And we set up for a bit of a sunny position here.
Now this is a map that Rogue did not play during the season. However, they were set up to play it once against SSG, who is a good team on it, so that makes me think they do have some good strategies for it. We just never saw them during the season. And this was Rogue's pick. Again, this is one that they're going to surprise Norengo on, as they had not played it. So, again, though, the wild cards, we saw how much it played into Norengo's hands, just the flexibility of their play, surprising them from a lot of different angles they didn't expect. Really paid off, but we know that there's strats in the bag here on this map for Rogue, and they're going to be starting to bring those out. They're going to be bringing that Thatcher again, and Glaz, although it looks like we may take a second here to pause for a possible rehost. So we'll see if they are going to be able to get this sorted out.
And as they mentioned, and well, you mentioned and mentioned as well on the desk, is that we've never seen Norengo playing Coastline.
No, but we also saw them win and lose Consulate previously. And in this case, we saw that really 50-50 divide in terms of them having some really strong plays on it and then not. So it is hard to say that when a team doesn't have a lot of ability to scrim because of ping or geography, when they don't have the ability to play a lot of other teams, they're going to have a smaller map pool because they just don't have the resources in terms of time and teams to have a broader map pool, which means Rogue have a huge advantage here. Not to mention, Bank has been a favorite map for North America this season, along with Cafe. So this is a very strong map for North America and for Rogue in general. So if Norengo even bring it back here, they're going into another hard map against Rogue. So it is all uphill battle here for what was a great start.
Yeah,
for
that's
Norengo.
Definitely a surprising way, because last time in Pro League, we're not mentioning 6th Invitational, but in Pro League last time in Brazil, when we had our teams that are playing there from APAC.
Electronics 的吗？
Altogether
比特币的
got 4 rounds in 2 matches, 2 best of 3s, 4 maps in total. Here, first map, Norarengu bringing it almost to a victory.
Yeah, I mean this is a team that did really well throughout the APAC finals. They did obviously well during the season to get to the APAC finals, but then struggled a bit against Fnatic, who we'll see later in the day. But I imagine they learned a lot of things. Losing to a team like Fnatic is still an advantage in the sense that you get to learn a lot from a team that has really, really showed up for the region. And assuming you go back and you look at those matches and learn from those, there's a lot to be on. Unfortunately, it wasn't on this map, which means whatever you learned, hopefully you saw them playing Coastline because, yeah. And Coastline's actually been a heavy EU map, so it's a little bit of a surprise to see Rogue want to come to this map. But that also means they could have been saving a lot of strategies because the one time they were going to play it wasn't even till the very end of the season they were getting ready to play it, maybe trying to test out a strategy, but they've got a lot in store.
I just hope we don't see a team pulling a Millennium here where there's a plant and they're running around the whole of the penthouse.
Yeah, the conga line.
The conga line with the 3 players. Of course, we'll remind you that we'll be seeing Millennium in match 3. Right after our second game, of course, it's going to be EG versus Penta, arguably the best 2 teams in the world coming up right after this.
Trying to prove something different today for sure. Although that was a rocky start for a team that's trying to be the first seed North America here.
I mean, Matt mentioned on the desk, seems like Rogue are always really in the shadow of EG in North America and haven't really been able to bring it forward, always being taken down at the last second by Evil Geniuses. But we'll see here as we'll get into Coastline. Some sunshine coming into Atlantic City. Let's see how this one starts up. Ladies and gentlemen, map 2, Norarengu versus Rogue. Rogue up 1-0.
This should be interesting as well. 4 viable bomb sites on this map. Not all of them used. Hookah very rarely played. However, it is still viable. You just don't want to play it right away. But the other 3 are viable starting bomb sites as well, but Penthouse is the one that's generally in the meta in terms of most teams wanting to play it, although a lot of teams know how to counter it, so a lot of other teams are sometimes starting down in Kitchen or Blue Sunrise Bar. However, we're going to go with the traditional start spot of here of Penthouse, which is all about guarding VIP properly in that Hall of Fame there. You see easily reinforcing that wall. That wall right there in particular, once that gets opened either by the X-Kairos or gets opened by a Thermite, is a big problem. However, the attacker's not bringing a Thermite, just the X-Kairos of Crazy, so if he can take control of VIP and open that up, we could see a potential plant, but it's risky. Trying to push into the other bomb site much harder.
Now, what a lot of teams would do as well is open up the wall.
我怎么可能看到6点？等一下那个什么，56在5分钟我的网络就断线，你忘了？56分我网络就断线了。
Here is both walls going to be reinforced.
But they opened up the floor underneath. That's the important thing. They've opened up the floor, and that is where Brian is going to be able to play. If he stays downstairs and uses those cameras to know when it's safe to move into that kitchen right there.
What?
That's a good start.
All right. Good. Hello. Good morning. Crazy's going to go down in the
No
first
hard
shot.
breachers left now. They cannot attack from VIP. That is a big deal. They have a soft breacher or 2 left here.
From the Lamborghini doorway, gets him, takes him down.
Unfortunate. That is not going to be great. He's going to be ghost right now.
没注意到哈。
JJ's still alive here with the glass. They're going to be able to put a lot of pressure on from the windows. They're going to take VIP quickly in Hall of Fame. So they do have a lot of control, but just now a lot harder to take. They did leave a lot of the rest of the wall soft, however. So they're going to open that up. They also have the Zofia of Waka to be able to help with that too. They could open up some of the bathroom wall, but the mirror window is going to be the big problem here, which easily is working right now. They're going to burn out some of the Jaeger ADSs. Now they're going to be able to use theirs to do some soft breaching.
Or mind you, well, it's no longer a problem because back in the day you could use Habana with Kairos to burn out the ADSs. No longer the case as they do not get affected by it.
You're going to have to use those stun grenades for that again, like he used to. But Morrow smartly reading into the flank and then gives up on it. Brian left to be able to hold this.
Oh, there we go.
Holding it from a tighter angle instead. Smartly played. Brian, though, is not ready for it.
Gets taken out, but Slash from the side will get the kill here. They're trying to bait the ass into them.
He actually lives through it. Now he can just be picked back up. Nicely played. Huge advantage going over to Rogue here. Slash with 2 kills so far already. And he wasn't even fragging all that hard for his team last map, but showing up easily, however, takes down JJ. And that is the glass gone.
Finally, the E1D will get used. This Waka gets one, and Cloud goes down. Waka, of course, on the Zofia here.
什么意思？背后偷解说讲早安什么意
Bring
思？
this one back here.
你在看中文台哦。
Still with the excellence charm. That's fairly excellent here. Slash will hear him. He'll drop on down. Try to contest him here on the Cool Vibe stairs as heads in through the blue bar hallway. Finds the shot. No! Slash is ready.
Just too high, just above his head. Maybe grazed a hair or two, and that was definitely Slash holding the angle. Look at him adjusting his own crosshair as well at the last second. Made the smart choice.
That's an oof.
Well, the MPX as well, you pretty much have to hit headshots because it is, you know, a bit of a pea shooter. So definitely came down to aim there, and we are going to see that first vigil. Surprisingly, hadn't seen it earlier on console. This is a good map for it, though. A lot of rotation possibilities across that top floor, but they're going to be playing downstairs, which means that vigil probably will be on the roam upstairs, as we're going to start on kitchen, and we're also going to see another glass here, this time from Slash. So that should be interesting. They are still going to be bringing just the one hard breacher. So a similar lineup for the most part. We'll see if they can play this a little more effectively on defense than they did on attack, though. But Slash with that spawn peek and then that pickup to save his teammate. Nicely done that round, especially. They've woken up.
Getting the information and then immediately jumping down. This is the type of team play and game knowledge that we're expecting from Rogue. And you know what? It's here. It's working out. As you said, they finally have woken up. And we'll see how...
Ringo still looks like they're in good spirits still.
We'll see if the sun rises over our Japanese team here, because after that first round, it might take them a while to come back in. But there you go. Norengu starting off now in the kitchen and the stock.
Wow, 4K for Slash last round. Only giving one over to easily. That was nice of him. Very generous.
It's team play, right?
Absolutely.
Or you could say that easily took the last one from him, right?
Yeah, a little ace thief.
Yeah.
But either way, though, that was a great start. Starting off with a spawn kill like that is a good way to put your team on the off foot, that's for sure. And ironically, not on Consulate. That is the map you would have expected, the spawn peaks. But nope, did not happen.